The 11th century BCE. We knew he who arose from the waters for thy divine son, great Ashira, Dagon, stirrer of the abyss, lord of lightning, he who bore the fallen star to its place of rest, but our thanksgiving was short-lived. For a horror of the depths rose up, and its very whispers shook the world. A great abomination, progeny of the unclean thing that lurks in the shadows beyond the light of creation, steadfast in our faith, we prayed for divine victory. And yet, we, thy humble servants, are but mortals. It was not given to us to predict how the battle would fare. Thy divine beast did strive and contend against the abomination, the one against the other, like two great storms clashing at sea. Well, we know such sights are not for mortals to behold, but we could not look away, could not avert our eyes. Was it our impiety, then, that led to the calamity that followed? For thy divine son Dagon was brought low before us, trampled beneath the claws of the unclean thing. Why didst thou abandon him in his time of greatest need? Great goddess Ashira, have mercy upon thy servants. Penitent and racked with despair, we crossed the waters of the bay to mourn the loss of thy son. And then we heard it. A great drumming, as of a mighty host marching to war, reverberating deep within the flesh of thy son. And so we dared to hope, could it be that great Dagon still lived? As we circled fallen Dagon, we saw two marks piercing his holy flesh, wounds from his clash with the unclean thing. All the while, the mighty drumming crashed about our heads, like unto the thunder of the great flood. And then our prayers were answered. With the radiance of 1,000 suns, great Dagon opened his eyes. We bowed down in thanks and gave thanks unto thee, great Ashira. Thy divine son still lived. Great goddess Ashira, we entrust this witness of thy miracles to our saviors, the children of Makuth Samus. Penitent and racked with despair, we crossed the waters of the bay to mourn the loss of thy son, who gave us shelter and provender, though we were but strangers and outcasts among them. So do we trust in thee to deliver us unto our home, as thou didst deliver thy son Dagon from death. All thanks be to thee, most merciful goddess Ashira. We are going home.
I've decided to do a video of Dagon's clash with Jinshin-Mushi. Jinshin-Mushi is also known as Dragon Beetle. Very interesting that the clash between Godzilla's species and the Mutus is akin to that of a wasp and tarantula. The Jinshin-Mushi is the top dog in the MUTO species. They function as laying eggs onto a being that feeds on nuclear energy, in this case, Godzilla's species. When the eggs hatches, it feeds on the nuclear energy of the host, thereby killing said host in the process. This kind of also reminds me of the xenomorphs from Aliens. Also, it's normal for humans to view giant monsters as being gods. That's it for now. Stay tuned for part 2.